What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Deep Rhythm, and we back with another video. Today we got a special video for y'all. Today we got a special video we want to talk about, and it's about making sure just combining. It's another video that I made on critical thought about building blocks, combining and stacking different technical functions in order to create another function, right? This is something else I said on Deep Art, right? It's neuro functional training, which is another video that I made on Deep Art. I'm making this video right here. This might be a personal video. Actually, I might not even upload this one, to be honest. This might just be stuck in my notes. But for the sake of getting this out there, for the sake of my notes, because this is something I need to do, I'm going to say an important thing to know and understand is in terms of stacking. Different types of creative functions, you have to be able to really just understand that the most powerful thing to understand is vision. You know what I'm saying? Vision is the most powerful thing in terms of stacking new functions and that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Vision is very powerful. The other thing that I want to note and actually point out is your ability to stack different types of neurological training skills, right? The difference is stacking technical functions, right? Or not technical functions, complementary functions. Stacking different types of complementary skills, right? I want to really apply that and apply pressure to that subject and that topic. One of applying and of stacking complementary functions. Because we all know, like I said in previous videos, is that complementary skills are very important. In order to help you, in a technical function, right? So stacking complementary skills, like doing different things, multiple things in order to get your brain functioning right. Not just one thing, multiple different things to get your brain right. If you can stack complementary skills, really imagine how your mind can really, really function. How good your mind will be functioning, how well, the different types of skills that you can, or mental skills that you can develop, within your own self by stacking complementary skills. And this is what I really wanted to talk about in this video. But I really want to talk about in this video today is stacking complementary skills, right? And really dabble into, the art realm, like just dabbling into just being creative, focusing on detail, right? There's many different types of things that you can focus on in terms of the mental realm, just period, right? Because there's many different things that you can do to really be able to develop, there's many different types of things you can focus on in terms of developing mental skills, like focusing on detail, and all these little things is what will help you to be able to perform better in, mentally in whatever that you do, right? These mental skills. So it's like, if you can really just take the time to develop the mental skills and the correct mental skills that you need in order to function properly and function yourself, you'll be good to go. And that's the important thing to really understand, right? Is stacking your mental skills on top of stacking your physical exercises that you do on top of or your training exercise regimen, and on terms of stacking your hygiene, your nutrition, in stacking these times and these spaces, creating spaces or times within spaces to organize things, business plans or whatever you need to organize. It's all putting this stuff in a format, for you to be able to strategically go about it, right? or exercising your schedule, right? Organizing your schedule, right? So what type of workout regimens are you really getting into, right? You know what I'm saying? What is it that I'm really focusing on? And like I said in previous videos, what you work on is based upon what type of business that you're getting into. So my workout regimen may be like, you know what I'm saying? I may be like exercising more slow twitch muscle fibers, instead of high twitch muscle fibers. You know what I'm saying? I might be exercising. I may be doing cardio, you know what I'm saying? Cardio, you know what I'm saying, in order to try to like help me function my mind better, you know what I'm saying, mentally, because I know cardio is going to help me be able to get in and out of spaces quicker, you know what I'm saying? That sort of thing, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm working on some sort of explosive drills, right? Explosive drills, because all these different things, just like being an athlete, you train based on what type of functionality you're getting into. So your workout, it all starts with your workout. Like what you work out, you know what I'm saying, is going to be based upon what type of work you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be important to really understand. And it's the same format. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You work out. You eat your nutrition. You take your nutrition. Take care of hygiene, and you know what I'm saying, you organize your space for business. But the other thing too that I'm big on is the mental your mental training. You know what I'm saying? So like mental and functional training. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly where we want to be at. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I like to talk about, right? It's mental and functional training. So on top of the physical training that you do, what's the functional training? Like what's the training to get you into the outlet? Like what are you training yourself in order to be more effective in what you do, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's like if you can take mental training techniques and apply multiple different trainings, like imagine if you took multiple training techniques, or if you took just multiple trainings, skills or components, you know what I'm saying, aspects, and then just being able to or muscles, and just being able to you know what I'm saying, train them and combine them together. Like see how these things would work, you know what I'm saying, simultaneously together within your own brain, right? Or within your own mental functioning. You know what I'm saying? Just as you would apply a bicep curl and maybe some rows or some lateral pull downs, you know what I'm saying? Like how would you apply these two different things, these two different mental skills, and see how they work in unison together to, you know what I'm saying, help you to function better or in a specific certain way. And, you know what I'm saying, that is the idea, right? Like your reflexes, maybe like mental reflexes, your ability to just be aware, you know what I'm saying, or just become aware, you know, in an instant, you know what I'm saying, or your ability to, you know what I'm saying, gauge distance, you know, gauging distance, you know, that sort of things, depth perception, you know what I'm saying, accuracy, that sort of thing, accuracy with your hands, within your feet, just accuracy period, you know what I'm saying, in terms of external things beyond your physical, you know what I'm saying, accuracy, or maybe beyond accuracy, just you know, just other mental skills. Like there's so many different ways that you can train the mind, like, you know what I'm saying, for instance, chess being one of the things that you can train, right? Like if you're training yourself to play chess, like, you know, it's developing your mind a certain way, you know, like what if I train myself another way? You know what I'm saying? What if I train myself another way? You know, and it's like the different aspects of the different kinds of mental trainings that you can really develop yourself in, you know what I'm saying, is what can really make you some sort of mental monster, like some mental, like, you know what I'm saying, real force, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, like just being able to do that. But, I don't know, man. I don't know how this stuff work. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but yeah, I'm tripping. Nah, that's definitely it though. Like for real, like training multiple technical, mental skills, right? Getting into mental skills and developing new, neural pathways. You know what I'm saying, within different types of mental skills, right? And applying those things. You know what I'm saying, or like allowing them to apply, because they're really like complementary skills at the end of the day, which they are. You know what I'm saying? And as we said, complementary skills are in abundance. You know what I'm saying? Like, complementary skills are a straight abundance. You know what I'm saying? The more you develop them and train them, the more they'll work for you. You know what I'm saying? In the off season. So it's this ability to take the time to really train your complementary skills. That way, like when you come off of them, they work for you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's chess, actually spending the time to work hard as you can in the game of chess, or, so one of these other outlets like maybe book games or puzzle games, or, you know what I'm saying, or pool, you know what I'm saying, or something different, right? Or even like functional training. Like the harder the effort that you put into these functional trainings, and this physical functional trainings or mental functional trainings, the harder that these different trainings will work for you offset, like when you come off of it. So that's the real important thing that I really want to say and really want to touch on, like developing complementary skills, just like you would train your basketball game, right? You would sit there and work on your handles every single day to a discipline. Your jump shot every day, every shot has to be perfect, precise, clean. You can't miss. This sort of thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Training your body, you know what I'm saying? Push-ups, squats, sit-ups, or not, plank, bike, you know what I'm saying? Chest press. You would do all these different types of things in order to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, your body is in complete mobility and mobile function in order for you to be able to react exactly how you want to react to any sort of situation, right? But it's the same thing with these mental trainings. You know what I'm saying? In the course of developing this, what would tell you, like, if you get into the aspect of entrepreneurship, who told you to come off the basketball season, right? What tells you to come off basketball season, right? Or to come off basketball? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. What told you to come off basketball? Or the progressions of basketball, you know what I'm saying? And then there's something else. Like, no, we don't do that. That's not how. No, who told you to come off basketball in the regimen or the schedule or the process of development of, you know what I'm saying? Who told you to come off the process of basketball or the process of development? Nobody told you to come off the process of development, even if life changes, you know what I'm saying? And that sort of thing happens. Like, there's no excuse to come off the process of development. It's still the same thing. You train this, and you train specific things in order to make you that much better for the technical function at hand. You know what I'm saying? So these mental trainings, whatever the mental trainings may be, or take the same categorization or the same representation or implementation of training your handles or training your jump shot, you know what I'm saying, every single day. The same way you would stand in front of that basket and shoot with one hand, your right hand, your left hand, with both hands, or in this sort of thing, working on your ball handling skills and this sort of thing, or even, functional training, the combinations, getting to your spots, catch and shoot, you know what I'm saying, defensive slides, 18s, running sprints, all this type of stuff that you would do every single day would take the same formality, you know what I'm saying, as these mental trainings, especially when you get into business. And it's the same thing when you get into when you get in the weight room. Like, you know what I'm saying, the days you get in the weight room, you train yourself time and attention with bicep curls, chest press, rows, lateral pull downs, you know what I'm saying, plank, your core work, leg work, all these sort of things. It takes this. it takes the same functionality as it would when you get into business. You know what I'm saying? Like art business, for instance. Like if you were to try to train yourself as an artist, you know what I'm saying? And you know that you have a lot of art that you're getting into, whether it's drawing the art, whether it's writing the stories, or whether it's actually creating, getting yourself right in this regard and all the aspects of business regarding this. Once you have a blueprint in terms of how the business is going to be set up, now the process of you setting it up every day is going to be the process. But what makes the impact of you being, what makes your ability to be more impactful as an artist, or your ability to be more impactful in what you do and what you're trying to do, is going to be the complementary skills that you develop from the outlets that you get into, your trainings, because that doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? You're still developing yourself for a technical function, whatever it may be. It's still taking the same functionality of training. The process of training does not change. So whether you're speaking, developing communication skills or presentation skills is one thing, but the other thing is, if you're developing yourself as an artist, right? If you're developing yourself as an artist, you have to be able to focus on detail. You have to be able to draw. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to draw the structures that you plan to be able to draw, right? You got to be able to do these things, right? You know what I'm saying? Because these are the outlets that come into play in terms of being an artist, right? You have to be able to articulate yourself, or articulate what you're trying to articulate, you know what I'm saying, in terms of artists. You have to be able to take from you have to be able to take from different spaces and be able to apply these different spaces all into one canvas. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to put it all together, in order to bring about a certain feel or meaning based on the canvas that it's on, right? The canvas being your body, or was your body, you know what I'm saying, as you train basketball, right? The canvas that you would operate on, or that you would train, would be your body, and it would be how your body would move on the 5v5 setting, right? So based on that, the canvas that you're working out being your body, and how your body would move on a 5v5 setting, and how it would function on the basketball court, is the same thing with art. You know what I'm saying? Your art is, you know what I'm saying, the canvas of your art is literally, you know what I'm saying, takes the same, you know what I'm saying, you train, or, you know what I'm saying, your art is going to be your art, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of business, in terms of the functionalities of what you do now, you have to be able to look at, or take these complementary skills that you develop, and apply them to the technical outlets that you do, right? Having a clear blueprint, and just training and developing certain things, in order for you to be able to utilize those things into what you do. The writing, the writing, and just the creativity aspect of it, and these sort of things. And, most of it, a lot of training, especially as an artist, comes from listening. You know what I'm saying? Who and what you're listening to, and what you're downloading into your mind. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, that's very important. It's very powerful, right? That's almost like building muscle. But there's other aspects to it as well, other than just, building muscle. Like it's also being able to really train your mind to be functional, the right way in the right time, developing, of course, timing and accuracy, but developing, articulation skills, ability to articulate yourself better, calculative analytical skills, your ability to really process and measure, details, and being, being able to capture details, and as well as being able to, be accurate, in the details that you capture, and closing off, as many interruptions and impedances as possible, being able to try to make the message as clear as possible. You know what I'm saying? And all this other type of jazz, right? That they say, right? But most importantly, it's applying the concepts of basketball and the process of development into art, because that's what it is now. Like, you know what I'm saying? The process is different, but it's still the same. You know what I'm saying? It's still the same. You know what I'm saying? You still have to develop yourself. You still have to pay this much more attention to your mind now. You have to pay this much more attention to the development of your own mind, which is going to be the practices, which is going to be the hard part, right? It's developing this. Now you don't have to spend too much time in the gym worrying about, did I hit biceps curls and tricep curls? No. Now it's literally, did I train my mind this way and did I train my mind that way, right? Which is going to be a different type of struggle, right? It's going to be just as much as a struggle, but it's going to be a different type of struggle now, right? So that is the important thing to really understand, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even a matter of, should I train this complementary skill or do this complementary, put this? No, you train them, I almost want to say train them all, right? You know what I'm saying? You train them all. You make sure you get each and every single one of these mental, these mental games going on and train them, whatever it may be. Even if it may be reading, you know what I'm saying? Including reading. And that could be one as well. But of course, there has to be a balance, just like there was when you was on the basketball court. You balanced between your workouts and trainings, and also reading, right? Is the same way, but just flipped, right? You're balancing all these different types of mental trainings with some physical exercise, right? You know what I'm saying? And the easiest way to do that is burpees. That's the easiest joint to be frank and to be honest. Is burpees. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to go into the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even got to go in the gym, man. Just do burpees. Honestly, that's what I'm feeling. But that's not even to equate all of the different types of balance and exercise that you need to do too. Like, you got to make sure you're working on your balance. You got to be able to make sure that, you're doing this as well. Of course, chest. You're already hip to chest, right? How important the chest is, but also the trunk. Right? The trunk is very important to have, correctively exercise, right? Corrective exercises. You know what I'm saying? It's very crucial. Stretching is very crucial. And I feel like if you was to get a nice, solid stretch each day, along with, I feel like if you was to get a nice, solid stretch each day, a nice, solid stretch with your functional training, of course. But what did I just say? Balance. You get a nice, good stretch with balance, right? With your balance exercises. You know what I'm saying? Then your mental trainings, you'll be straight. You don't even have to do all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? To be really blunt and honest, balance, stretch, and mental trainings, and drinking water. You know what I'm saying? And staying in your art space might just do the job for you. Might just do the job. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being honest, you just have to really monitor what you intake in terms of like your ideas and stuff. But the most important thing I really want to say in this video, though, I'm gonna make another video for this, though. The most important thing I want to say in this video, though, is just being able to really just combine the different types of mental trainings and put them together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from the word search that you just did, or creating the word search that you did, like all the numbers, all the letters that you had to, like, you know what I'm saying, calculate where they was gonna be at, like calculating like which number, like this is like the the number or the You know what I'm saying? The amount of spaces or digits it was from each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how far is this letter from this word, or how far is this letter from this letter, and engaging the amounts of numbers involved in the process of that, like really calculating the numbers or the digits that separate the letter from the word. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you're doing that in order to like fit in or combine another letter from a different angle or from a different point. You know what I'm saying? That sort of training is very crucial, and it's very analytical. So I like that, and I need to go ahead and get back into that again. You know what I'm saying? Doing that analytical training with the word search. We just created a word search. We're going to create another one tomorrow. But now it's your ability to take that word search right there and apply your art behind it. And this is where it gets me, right? You just spent all that work creating that word search, right? It was hard. It was difficult. Now, can we take the time to actually put that word search into and put some art behind it, so that way we can actually structure it and turn it into a game, and then actually go ahead and sell it, like, you know what I'm saying, and just be done with it. Like, are we going to do that, or are we going to get so caught up in the training that it's like, oh, it's training, so let me just go ahead and create another one because this is what I want. We can create another one tomorrow, but at the same time, can we finish the entrepreneur aspect of it? You know what I'm saying? And do that, because that's the thing that's getting me, and that's sort of like that's the loophole. That's the loophole, and we got to be able to do that. As much fun as I had with that analytical joint, we got to go ahead and take care of that loophole, man, so we can get back to doing what we was doing, and that's also process too. Like, just being able to sit down and punch in all those numbers, add the art behind it, you know what I'm saying? And then like just structure it, add the art behind it and just be like, hey, here's product, you know what I'm saying? And sell it, just put the art behind it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you do that, then it's like, okay, cool, let's make the other one, you know what I'm saying? Let's make the other one. And then that's just it. It's mental trainings, man. Mental trainings. The mental trainings is serious. Serious business right here, man. But that's it. If you can do that, that's what I call direct appliance, or that's what I call applying those mental games. Because if there's anything that these mental games is going to be for, that is what it would be for. Shit like that. Trying to find, ways to, capitalize. Not capitalize, but, trying to find ways to sell, to create products, to generate sales, streams of income. That is literally where we're at right now. And that is the mental game. That's the mental game to do it. Just that. So that's going to conclude this right here. We're going to have another part to this. But yeah.